What's up, guys? Coach Chris with Silverback Performance, where we specialize in the throwing athlete and especially in baseball pitching. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the importance of the squat. The squat is one of the most basic movements we can do as an athlete and even as a person. Many times I spend the first 10 to 10 hours that I spend with an athlete explaining to them and trying to teach them properly how to squat. The reason the squat is so important is because everybody talks about using their legs, right? So if we get on the rubber and we don't understand how to, let's say for example, externally rotate those knees, or we don't want, what I see a lot of times is the collapse of the knees, right? So if they don't understand how to control this and get that external rotation of the knees, putting tension on the glutes and the hamstrings and stabilizing basically that knee joint, what's going to happen is it's going to be very difficult for me to ask them to get into certain positions. So what I usually do is almost the entire first month of me being with an athlete, they're going to squat almost every single time they come to me. And this is just to give them that muscle memory and get them to feel what it's like to bring the knees apart, get them to feel what it's like if they shift forward, how to counter, react to that shift and things like that. So one of the main reasons everybody's always talking about balance and things like that, well, if you don't know how to squat, a lot of times you're going to be off balance throughout your delivery. And I'll give you an example of that. So usually an athlete will come, they'll come set. What you'll see is they'll come set, they'll pick that leg up and they get pretty straight, right? Now this isn't a bad position, but what happens after here is what really makes the difference. So what we want to see is we want to see them kind of tilt. It's called pelvic tilt. All right, bring that leg close as they start to move forward, and we're going to see the hip kind of fall behind that heel. In an athlete that's not so well at squatting, what you'll usually see though is they'll stay kind of upright and then they'll kind of push that knee forward as they go. This will cause multiple problems, and it can cause the athlete to go sidearm a lot of times. So what will happen is if they come this way, naturally, instead of their energy going forward towards the plate, what's going to happen is they're going to come around and they're going to land across from themselves most of the time. Then as they come through, you're going to see that they're going to fall off a lot to the side. The other thing that happens is if that athlete lands, right, for example, they land, boom, and maybe their leg got behind them, right, but they landed too upright, which is we wouldn't kind of squat like this. We have a slight tilt, the shoulder slightly forward. What will happen is as they start to rotate, their head will want to go this way, their arms will get long, and a lot of times the coaches will yell at them, say, hey, your arm's locked. But it's not really their arms locked, it's that they landed in this power position too far back. You can see my hips went forward, my shoulder's gonna go back. So as I start to rotate, it's gonna be really hard for me to control myself here. So naturally, we will try to get the athlete to come here. So when they rotate, they can keep that head pretty much straight in line. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions or comments, comment below. Thank you guys for watching. Merry Christmas.